Hey, Tej here. Today we're taking a look at technical analysis for Bitcoin. I'll cover wave analysis with the Elliott Wave theory and provide multiple scenarios the price may take and explain why I prefer one count over another. Let's take a look at the different possibilities. Starting here on 4-hour time frame, as we had a question about the diagonal count. This was on Discord by S83VT asking about this possible wave 4 here and whether it needs to be overlapping with wave 1 here. So this is definitely a question that doesn't have a easy answer. If you can read this stuff here, elitecurrency.com had a reference book basically, or guideline saying that about the diagonals and saying that there are different opinions about this rule, whether wave 4 needs to be overlapping with wave 1 or not. Some eliticians are saying that diagonals can be valid without wave 4 needing to move into the territory of wave 1, although they consider it unusual. So again, Elliott Currency is one of those places that I've been collecting a lot of information about Elliott Wave theory about, and they have very good things going on there. So I really like their site again, but this is again one of those vague areas within Elliott Wave theory that there is different opinions about that. So I can't say what you should be doing. For me, I really do like the idea of getting to that wave 1 territory. On this case, however, if the wave 4 would get into wave 1 territory, we would be right at that 1-to-1 extension of this wave 2 for the wave 4. So at that point, we would no longer have this diagonal as a possibility. So although I don't really like the idea, I feel like if we want to be having any of this contracting diagonal look and feel for this wave count, this is how we would need to do it. We can't get to the 1-to-1 extension just because, again, the wave 4 would be similar size as the wave 2. And again, contracting pattern, so wave 4 needs to be smaller. Okay, I think that's clear enough, right? Hopefully. Let's go through the other ones as well. ABC here. This is the only one that has potential low in place down here. And from there, again, we could be having bullish or bearish counts. Then we have other one here, WXY, in which we would be looking for one more low. I don't really like the look of this because wave B is larger than the previous wave X here, making it so that it doesn't have the right look anymore. So that's why I don't really prefer that anymore. Other scenario is that we have a W, X and Y. This whole structure was a 5-way move, and then we would be looking for wave B and then wave C to complete the wave Y. 1-to-1 extension that we have here as a vertical line on yellow has this wave B comparison against the wave X here, which makes it again low degree wave shouldn't be longer than high degree wave structure, right? So yeah, that would be becoming bad look basically around the 20th of August. At that point, at latest, we should be covering to that 38.2 retracement of this A wave for this wave B to get us a connector made here, so we can do something like this. And this is the way at the moment I would be preferring this count to go towards, and if we are going to be making new lows, I would be looking at this possibility the most. Now let's dive into the smaller time frames and more local structures. Again, 8 had another good idea here on the local structures for the bearish side. We'll go through that as the last option. But before that, let's go through these bullish ones first, saying that we have possible 1, 2. Again, we had the issue that wave 2 is so large that it doesn't really make too much sense. And then again, another wave 1, 2. The issue with this one is that if we are looking with this extension tool, we can see that basically wave 1 here is larger than the higher time frame structure of 1, so making it less likely overall, but it still is possible. It doesn't break any rules, so that's all fine. It gets back to the golden pocket here. We had so much confluence here that we had to be taking longs, and good profits were made. And then again, we would be looking for this channel to be holding, where we have this pitchfork pivoted from 0 to 1 to 2, and we can see this pitchfork, very nice. We have the golden the 0.618, whatever it's called, Fibonacci number there as plotted as well, and yeah, that's all. Also, this line basically what we expect to be broken for the wave 3, when and if that happens, definitely this wave 3 needs to be taken out. Oh, this line needs to be taken out for wave 3, as it is very common for this to do something like this. So that's the overall bullish idea. We look into the subwave structures here in bit as well. Before that, let's take a look at the bearish options. In this one, we have a W, X, and possible wave Y. Now, again, why I didn't like this is just the look, but I hadn't gotten an answer how we can make this a bit better looking. Now, the original idea we had was an ABC here, as we had that labeled in here. We got to the 1.236 extension here, and then we had this structure here that I was thinking, how can we get this structure into this bearish idea of climbing higher? And I still did not come up with this idea. So this is by Aid, again on Discord. We are sharing a lot of different ideas here, and this is what he had come up with. So we had a three-way move here, again ending, could be that ABC or WXY. He had it as WXY. To me, they both are valid. This would bring us to wave W. Then we would have this next structure as a WXY. Although it is very small in comparison with this lower degree wave X here, it is still valid and a possibility of having this as a W, X, and wave Y. Again, we have this channel now here drawn. It is very better looking than my bearish ideas, as my bearish ideas are taking out this channel and does not really have a good fit overall either. Again, my channel is pivoted from the start here, and ADs is again from the WXY structure. But yeah, this looks a bit better to me. But yeah, this is the only issue that I have here, is again the X wave is taking so short of amount of time. But again, that is just a time issue and nothing else. Here he had a bit different look into his count here for this A wave. From the lows we had again impulse wave 1 2 1 2. I don't have this as 1 2. I think he had this as some kind of diagonal. I can't figure that out on lower time frames, so that's why I had it a bit different. Another 1 2 3 4 and 5 into third, fourth, and fifth into an A wave, and then he would be looking for three-way pullback, possibly back to these areas here. The 38.2 retracement, which is the minimum we want to see for a retracement, as we have here as a expanding diagonal. It is possible that we have created a 1 2 1 2 setup here, 3 4 5, so overall 1 2 3, and looking for wave 4 and 5. At that point again, the target 1.618 would be here, which would be lining up with the 38.2. But yeah, props to Aid for coming up with this count. Of course, at that point we would be looking for, after that point, wave C and the wave Y. If we are going to go beyond this 1.618, it is making it less likely to me, and at that point again we would be looking at more of my setup. I think, at least I would be. So this would be the setup that I had going on into this impulse wave structure. Instead of that diagonal here, I was having this as a 1 2 1 2 1 2. This would be 3 4 and 5. A bit debatable if we can have another 1 2 3 4 and 5 here, or is this another 1 2 here, and this would be 3 4 and 5 of a lower degree. So instead of 3 nested patterns or nested 1 2s here, we would have 4 here. So yeah, a bit questionable. Again, if we are adding that one more 1 here, we are going to be looking for even more bullish count. So maybe that's not worth wasting time on. In any case, the overall structure is that wave 1 would be here in minuscule 2, 3, 4 and 5. Currently I've labeled this last wave 4 as an A, B and C. In B wave we would have an A, B, C and a triangle within that wave B, and C of course that is a 5-way structure, so in that again we have the similar structure as a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into third, fourth and then possibly fifth coming down. Again, similar targets. I would be expecting the 38.2 retracement here as the maximum. I don't really want to see more of that. We do have some volume coming in here and we do have some order blocks here as well, especially this low one that we almost tagged again, but we have gone into it before, so it's not that good anymore. It don't have enough liquidity most likely to get another bounce off of. The next structure I would be looking at would be down here, all the way down here. That would be around the 0.5 retracement of this whole wave 3. If we are talking about the sizes of these structures, then we have to be saying that this looks horrible. Horrible. Wave 2 would be this size and wave 4 would be this size. But that is how I would be labeling it. This to me looks like a 5-way structure here. I don't want to be saying that we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in here. It just don't seem to be right for me. So that's why we have this massive structure here. If we are going to be breaking through these lows, then I would be considering the wave 5 to be in and my structure or my count here to be wrong at the latest, as that would be beyond the 0.5 retracement. Plus, again, we would be just below this. Whoops, not too much volume there. We would be below this point of control and there's less volume overall. But yeah, that is pretty much everything I wanted to share today on Bitcoin. If you made it this far into the video, I would appreciate the likes and link to my free Discord server in the description below. For now, I thank you for watching and hope you have an amazing rest of your day. See you in the next video. Bye bye.